Hello everyone. Welcome to AI News Flash with AI Rev, your weekly download for business owners who want signal, not noise. Today is August 25th and I am here with news from August 18 to 24th. Let's jump in. In news from big software companies, OpenAI set a record secondary sale and raised fresh funding. Current and former staff are selling about $6 billion of shares, reportedly valuing OpenAI around $500 billion, while a separate $40 billion raise is in play with revenue guidance near $12.7 billion this year. Why it matters for business owners? This war chest means faster product releases and more compute that can lower wait times and expand features that touch your marketing, ops, and support. GPT-5 got a warmer, friendlier personality after feedback, and a new plan in India lands under $5 to grow adoption. Why it matters? If your team speaks with customers through AI, tone quality impacts conversion and retention, and aggressive pricing abroad hints at future regional packaging that could lower your cost to scale. As Human Rav has an India team, the new Go plan lowered his ChatGPT license costs by 75%. Anthropic. Claude Code now bundled for enterprises. Their command line coding assistant now plugs straight into regular Claude chat, making it easier to turn customer feedback into shipping changes. Why it matters? One tool, fewer silos, faster iteration for your product team. Anthropic is also in fundraising mode, targeting $10 billion more. With backing from prominent investors like Iconic Capital and TPG, Anthropic's valuation could potentially triple their valuation from $61.5 billion. Why it matters? Expect more reliability, larger context windows, and enterprise-grade features that reduce your build versus buy headaches. In news from Microsoft, you can now type a Copilot formula to summarize feedback, categorize data, and even pull external information, with access tied to the $30 per month Microsoft 365 Copilot plan. For business owners, your finance, ops, and sales teams might get superpowers without leaving spreadsheets, without switching to startups like Context.ai or TryShortcut.ai. This will also shorten cycle time from question to decision. Google. AI mode got agentic skills. It can book dinner across platforms based on your preferences, adds collaborative search sharing, and plans a rollout to over 180 countries, with the Ultra tier at $250 per month. Why it matters? Customers will ask less and expect more as search becomes action, so tighten your reservation, inventory, and lead capture integrations now. In more news from Google, Docs can now speak. Google Docs now generates an audio version of your file and reads it aloud using AI. This will enable accessibility on the go, content repurposing will get easier, and your thought leadership can travel as audio without extra production steps. In the final news from Google, Gemini for Government at 47 cents per year. A tailored edition undercuts $1 government offers from OpenAI. In news from Meta, Facebook and Instagram roll out voice mimicking translations with lip sync in English and Spanish, plus per language view insights. Why it matters? Creators and brands can speak local without new shoots, which lowers content costs and boosts reach in bilingual markets. Meta also lowered prices for their Hypernova Smart Glasses, priced down. Bloomberg reports the launch target is next month at around $800, with a tiny heads-up display in one lens and options that may raise the price for style or prescriptions. Why it matters? If you run field service, retail, or events, lower hardware cost moves AR pilots from someday to this quarter. In news from xAI, Elon Musk tweeted that he is launching Macrohard, a company to simulate everything Microsoft does in software but with AI. While Elon was busy making new product announcements, Grok had a massive data leak. Your private AI conversations weren't as private as you thought, and trusting share buttons requires more caution than posting your diary on social media. Over 370,000 Grok chatbot conversations are now freely searchable on Google, Bing, and DuckDuckGo after xAI's sharing feature silently made private links public without user consent. Moving to the creative AI news segment, Adobe launched Acrobat Studio for multi-PDF wrangling. PDF Spaces lets AI assistants summarize, analyze, and chat across document collections with custom assistants you can tune. Why it matters? Proposals, contracts, and research packets get distilled in minutes, not hours, which speeds sales and compliance reviews. YouTube is rolling out a new effect maker option that'll enable creators to build their own effects for shorts clips, while it's also adding some additional comment controls and improved tagging for brand collaborations. YouTube is giving more creators access to its new Effects Maker option, which enables creators to create, publish, and manage effects for YouTube Shorts. Grammarly got 8 new AI agents. They add automatic citations, question prediction, and an estimate of likely grades based on publicly available professor data, plus educator tools for plagiarism and AI detection. Why it matters? For copy teams, expect stronger briefs, cleaner citations, and fewer back-and-forth edits on client-facing documents. Moving to hardware and infrastructure news, NVIDIA. China headwinds on H20 chips. After a US official's remarks drew criticism in Beijing, Chinese regulators are reportedly nudging big platforms to avoid the H20 line that was tuned for export rules. Why it matters? Shifts in Chinese demand can ripple into global GPU supply and pricing, which affects your cloud costs and deployment timelines. Google launched new hardware at Made by Google 2025. Pixel 10 phones start at $800, a refreshed Pixel Watch 4, and budget earbuds, with Google leaning hard on on-device and cloud AI. Why it matters? If your field teams live on Android, smarter capture, summarize, and assist flows can trim costs per task. Coming to news from international companies and startups. DeepSeek launched V3.1, which is big and cheap. An open source model with 685 billion parameters posts 71.6% on the Aider coding benchmark at an estimated $1.01 per coding task, compared to nearly $70 for some proprietary options. Why it matters? High capability at low cost can cut your unit economics for automated coding and analysis. Leonardo.ai lock-in Motion 2.0 fast. Faster motion visuals with lower credit use. Why it matters? This might be a good tool to get more social ads and product loops per dollar, which helps you test creative angles quickly. Character AI added companion chatbots. The company is betting that everyone will have an AI friend, and they are doubling down on tools to make that useful, not just entertaining. That is your AI news flash for the week. If this helped you make or save dollars, hit follow and share with one operator who loves speed. I am AI Rav. See you next week.